With patch 16.1, there's a lot of big changes that have come to the Rift, and I'm going to go through what the most important changes are and what you need to know loading into your League of Legends ranked games. With the removal of Arakan and Feats of Strength, First Blood now once again gives 100 bonus gold, and destroying the first tower gives 300 local gold. There's two changes here that are a little bit confusing if you don't understand how gold bounties work in this game. The base kill gold devaluation per gold has doubled, and the base gold re-evaluation gold has also doubled. Before we get into actually what these two changes mean, we need to understand how champion bounties work. So, for the longest time, the champion base bounty has been at 300 gold when you kill a champion. But in 2509, there was a couple changes that changed how base bounties work. They actually scale from level 7 onwards up until 18 to a maximum of 420. Getting an assist on a champion kill gets 50% of that base bounty split amongst all assisters. And the only addition to that is that assist bounties have been slightly reduced in the early parts of the game to reduce like level 1 snowballing and that kind of thing. And there's two really important things that we need to define. One is when you're in a positive state, which is when you are worth more than your base bounty, and a negative state, which is when you are worth less than your base bounty. And let's actually talk about how you can accrue and depreciate bounties. By earning gold from kills or assists, you increase your bounty gold by 1 per 3 gold earned while in a neutral or positive state. And while in a negative state, that rate is increased to 1 per 2.5 gold earned. You can also increase your bounty gold by killing minions and monsters, as well as support item generation. The rate is 1 per 20 gold while in a neutral or positive state, and increase to 1 per 5 gold while in a negative state. So what these changes actually mean is that your base bounty goes down by 100% more when you die, and you recover from a negative state from farming and kills 2 times as fast than before. Let's go through 2 examples. Gumuyushi on Varus dies to Faker's Azir, and his base bounty of 300 at level 6 will now go to 225 on his next death. And the second example is we have Chovy on Sylas, who has a base bounty of 150, but he farmed 1000 gold worth of minions, and his base bounty goes up by 150 while using the formula in the negative state to reach neutral and positive, then an additional 12 gold for the remainder as we use the new formula in the positive state. So there was a lot of changes to the durability and numbers of neutral objectives and towers this patch. I have a full spreadsheet document going through the effective HP of the before and after. It'll be in the description. But the main things to really point out about the patch is that the Dragon Vengeance mechanic has more than doubled. So for every Drake that you kill, you will deal less damage to the next Drake and any future Drakes that you touch, going up to 15, 30, and 45%. It's very important to note that this doesn't apply to Elder Dragon. So when you're at Elder Fight, both teams are going to do the same amount of damage. Void Grubs give less gold, but more XP, and the tankiness has been increased as well. Herald Charge does a little bit more damage, but it really isn't a buff because tower HP has gone up, and we'll go through that very soon, or you can have a look in the description. Baron now spawns at 20 minutes, is tankier, and has had changes to its damage scaling. But the biggest thing about Baron now is that it shreds resists again, similar to how the Arakan did before. All outer, inner, and inhib towers now have plates, and they are permanent. Plates 1, 2, and 3 are easier to kill, and the outer tower now decays at 11 minutes, losing plate value to a minimum of 80 gold, and also losing resists. The inner and inhib towers are worth more gold in total because of the newly found plates, and Nexus towers respawn at 40% instead of full HP. And now on paper, if we actually look at the effective HP of each tower, it actually looks like they're tankier than last season. But because of a mechanic called Crystalline Overgrowth that grows on towers that haven't been damaged in the last 90 seconds, it grows for the next 4 minutes, and the damage that is dealt from that proc is based on the average level of the attacking team. And it's very important to note that it won't be accessible without a minion near the tower. There's also a bunch of changes to how minion waves work now. After 14 minutes, minion waves will now spawn every 25 seconds instead of 30 seconds, and when a cannon minion spawns in one of those waves, there's one less melee minion. With the old cannon rules still applying, after the 15-minute mark, there will be one cannon wave every 2 waves, and after 25 minutes, there will be one cannon minion every single wave. There's also another rule that's been added where at 30 minutes, minion waves will now spawn every 20 seconds. And with that, one fewer caster minions are going to be in each of those waves, no matter if there's a cannon or not. Actually, there will be a cannon every single wave, so that doesn't even apply. And the first cannon minion wave has been changed back to wave 3 rather than wave 4. So keep that in mind. Should be important for any sort of champion looking for cheater recalls. Again, now being able to do that with the cannon wave. And another kind of big change is the minion base move speed has been increased from 325 to 350. So the time it takes for minion waves to actually get from base to lane is extremely short. You're going to have smaller windows between minion waves to actually do things and, look for recalls. The whole game is just being sped up. Hope you enjoyed this video, and if you want to elevate your League of Legends skills and be coached by me, use the link wtl.lol/crab and use crab10 at the checkout to get $10 off your first month.